Cast out. Tail. Cheek. Yep. Nice. Cheek. 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 How about? Oh. Yep. Yep. It's right up. It's right up. Yep. Man, get up. Okay. Cast out. Yeah, man. Oh, bye. Chill a bit. Cheek. Cheek. Oh. Bye. A little bit. Ha. Ha. Oh. Oh. Hope. 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 I step. Oh. Well, good Monday, guys. Last Monday, if I recall, I told you that tentatively the following Monday, which would have been today, we would be headed down with Baron to the vet to do the semen, to collect the semen. Well, that has not happened, obviously. It's still in the makings, but they need to have a mare in heat before we can take them down there to do that. So that's on hold right now. We are still waiting on the guy that's supposed to be doing the tiling on our farm. He's supposed to be coming here any day now, and the days are turning into weeks, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So today we have had a bunch of odds and ends that we needed to get done. Because the colts, I say colts, people ask me why I call them colts, I don't know, it's just a habit. So the colts, the 3-year-olds are out to pasture. Even now, I think we took them out on Friday after their lesson, kicked them outside for the weekend. It was supposed to be a rainy day today, so I really wasn't planning on bringing them in and hitching them up, but it's been fairly nice today. But they're still outside. I'm going to be bringing them in someday here soon to put them back into doing their lessons, but not today. We have just a bunch of odds and ends going on today. As you can see, I've got Baron and Bill hitched onto this stone boat. And this stone boat, with that stone on it, that's quite a heavy stone, it probably weighs close between 2,500 and 3,000 pounds, which is actually close to the weight of these two horses. That's a lot of weight to pull, especially in a loop like this that I do. Bill can handle it, no problem at all. Baron can, but he's still in that learning process of how to learn how to pull. And so this is just one more lesson for him, or more lessons for him to teach him that. He has been learning a lot in the woods how to pull, but this is a little bit different in a different place and different situation. And also because it's a stone boat like this, and because Bill is used to doing a lot of horse pulling, he's a little bit more aggressive than Baron, so it is a little bit harder on Baron to learn how to start. And I've got to make Bill start very slow so they start together. Anyways, this morning I actually took out Ken along with Bill and went a couple times around this loop. Bill had a few days off, so he just needed the extra work. And so that's what we're doing there. As soon as we get done this project that we're doing, this lesson that we're doing right now, we're going to go on to cutting some elm trees around the farm that are dead. We need to get them cut and get them brought in for firewood because they're an eyesore, and if we don't cut them, they're just going to be wasted wood, and we want to utilize them for good firewood. So that's what we're going to do next. Hi, calf step. Oh, Brenda, why don't you jump on? So Brenda's up for a ride here. And
hi, everybody.
We're actually just going to go around one time, and then I have a way to tie them and let them stand while I go and do something else. So because this load's heavy and Bill wants to go fast because he knows that he's an experienced horse, he knows the heavy loads, he needs to put a little more effort into it, and he's just feeling good too. So I got to be careful to make sure that Baron starts in a timely fashion. Calf step.
Seems like Baron really wants to pull, but he doesn't know how to lean into it as much.
Oh. Okay, the problem with Baron is he doesn't know how to start a load. After the load gets going, he's very good at just lugging it, and so they lug it together really nice. But he doesn't know how to start these heavy loads like Bill does. And Bill and myself, we're teaching him how to start these heavy loads. So very important that they're not tired to pull these heavy loads, because it does take a lot of strength to start these loads. And this is a very small load if you consider what the guys pull out, the horse pulls that you've seen some of my videos, and probably if you've gone to horse pulls even. But still, for a young horse like that, this is all I want to hitch him onto right now.
Plus, it's a lot longer than the
horse
pull.
We actually are lugging it. So they're lugging this around this circle track of mine. And calf step. I'm very impressed and pleased with how Baron will lug the load. In other words, we just keep going one step right after another. He just keep right on going with it. And that's a great thing. He just, like I said, he needs to learn how to start the load a little bit better. One thing I can do, and I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and do it right here even now. If I kind of start on a turn, Bill kind of starts the load and kind of goes off to the left, and it's actually a little bit easier on Baron. Let's try that. I'm just going to go a little ways and stop him anyways. I calf step. Calf step. Oh. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for right now. So the horses will just stand here while I go cut a tree or two. And what I do is I just Wrap my lines right here, and they can't really go anywhere because they hitch that heavy stone boat and they hitch the lines, and there's really nothing they can do. They can try to back up a little bit, but they get stopped when they backed up because the stone boat's there. William is right here close by to watch them also, so I feel perfectly safe leaving them there while I run and go cut a tree. And that will give them a good rest, and then I'll come back and I'll go around again. I decided I'm actually going to do something different. I don't want to leave him right here. The Baron is pretty good, but once in a while, especially if he's not worked every single day and he's had a couple days off, he'll try to swing over and bite Bill, which is a stallion thing to do. So I decided I'm going to take the stone boat up there a little ways and unhitch it and just tie him to the truck body. Cuff step. Cuff step. Oh. Ha, 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 hoopa, hoopa, ha, ha. Ha, hoopa, ha. Ha, ha. Ha. Careful. Probably a lot of you guys think, well, that really seems crazy to go hitch them on that stone boat and just go round and round in a circle. And there's actually a lot of truth to that. You'd think with a farm that I have and a logging business of sorts, they'd have plenty of work. But believe it or not, they really don't have enough work, in my opinion. So I want to give them plenty of work, and there's just so many days when it's raining and whatever that they actually aren't doing work. But anyways, they'll be fine now. We'll cut those trees. I'm gonna actually set them over. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here. Oh.
I wanted to show you what William's been up to. He fixed this up and got it painted up, so that looks a whole lot better. It's been working away at a lot of different projects. So this is an elm tree, and I love elm trees because I love the shape of them, but they get some sort of a disease and they just don't live very long sometimes. Sometimes they do live long and then they just die all of a sudden. We've got one here and one right over there, and I really don't like in the summertime to look out and see these dead trees. They do make great firewood. Tree number one. It's going to be a lot of unhappy birds. They love to sit on that and as an outlook. Which it's going in to?
Two down, one to go. Let's go drop that last one and then I'll come limit up.
Okay.
Tell what our plans were.
Why don't you tell them what our plans are?
Well, we're just gonna limb them up and cut them up into pieces that I can pick up with the skid steer, and then I'll have William come up here with the horses and the skid steer, horse in the wagon, and I'll load him up with the skid steer.
And here is tree number 3, and Jim did shut the fence off. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well, I'm talking to the people. I said, here's tree number 3. It's up different pasture. I've been looking at this tree for a long time, wishing it would come down. There was another one here too. And they're beautiful trees, like I said, but they just up and die. It's very sad. So we're on our way up the road to pick up the wood up there. William's got Bill and Barron, and Jim's driving the skid steer. As you can still see, I still have quite a few apples left to go on that tree. Jim just scooped up a whole bunch and moved it of the smaller branches, but they just broke right up. So this wood is very dry and very dead. Kind of slow going here because the branches are just small and kind of chaotic, and Jim sort of has been putting off doing this, and I can see why, because it's sort of like a royal pain to do it. But elm is known to be some of the best firewood there is, so that's great.
Okay, that's such a messed up load. Just turn off the, I don't want you to go over that hill, it's really mucky. Don't turn too sharp, just kind of slowly head to the right and then head to the, back to the opening. But I'm going to stop you after a little ways, but just go ahead. Okay, so just get out in the road and go park there beside the last firewood I brought down.
Flat tire. Did you see you got a flat tire? You knew it before you left?
I can have William do it.
That's what William said. He said at least there's 2 tires in the back.
Good morning, everybody. Well, here we are the day after we started the cleaning up of our elm trees, and I want to show you one of the reasons why we stopped yesterday, and now it's today. And but it is raining again this morning, and I mentioned earlier in this video the fact that, you know, the horses aren't working every day because of the rain. So I thought I would show and share with you guys some of the things we've been doing here, non-horse related, just real quick. That is one of the reasons why we have so much other stuff to do that we're not working the horses every single day, and it's mostly because of weather actually. But anyways, as you saw on the end of yesterday, I had a flat tire on my wagon, and there was also a bunch of other things wrong with this wagon that I wanted to fix. So I want to show you guys what I did. So to start with, I was able this morning to go get a brand new tire for my wagon, so I got that fixed. I'm very happy with that. If you had noticed on my wagon also, that stake iron and that stake was not on the wagon when I went and got the load of firewood. So I had to fix that. So what I did, let's come around here, Brenda. These stake irons, I've had issues with them before because I've tried to put big bolts through here, the same size as the hole on the stake iron themselves. And so they they're hard to drill through and hit the hole on the other side sometimes. They're not perfectly straight and whatever. So the last couple times I've been replacing these bunks, I've actually just used lag bolts, and I thought that was just the perfect way to do it because they only go in so far and they hold it, and they did hold them pretty good. But a bunch of them started to come loose on me, and there's no way to keep them tight because the wood will give and the lag bolts come out. So I decided I'm going to have to go back to bolts. So what I did is I replaced these 3, which were, this one was completely off and those 2 were very loose. This one here is still tight. This one here is still tight, so I'm not going to bother changing that right now. But I also used a smaller diameter bolt to fit all the way through there, and that works great. I'm very happy with that. So that should get us by for quite a bit longer on this wagon that I use. And I've, as you've probably seen, I actually have 2 of these wagons, my logging wagons. They work so good for logs. And I even haul round bales on them once in a while. They don't work as good for that though. So another thing I did, partially because of so many people have been complaining, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because I put a slow moving vehicle sign on here, and a lot of people said, well, you don't have a slow moving vehicle sign on, and you should have. I agree 100%. I've had this brand new one sitting in my shop for about 2 years, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. And so, partially because you guys hounded me, which is not a bad thing. I think we all need to be hounded sometimes to get some of our jobs done and done somewhat right. So anyways, I put it on. Aren't you guys happy?
I wonder if he minds if I hound him about jobs. It
doesn't always work. I want to show you one other thing that you guys have been, well, at least one of you, I'm not going to say names, John, but at least one of you guys have been hounding me about my sawdust and my mess in my sawmill. So I agree 100% with you guys about the fact that the sawdust should be cleaned up better. So last week, William and I did a cleanup. We cleaned out all the sawdust and junk underneath the sawmill. We cleaned up the sawdust here. It's still have some, but that's not a problem. I just come in here with a skid steer and scoop it up, and I don't really have a good spot to really scoop it up to get it all good. And it doesn't matter because we'll just make more. So, but that's all semi-cleaned up. Back here, underneath the edge here, as you can see, is all cleaned up. It's just all cleaned up. And I was able to take the junk wood and take it out my burn pile. So anyways, thanks for hounding me because I got a job done that I wanted to do and I needed to do. And I'm sure Brenda's about ready to make a comment.
This looks amazing. Awesome.
So while we're in the touring mood, let's go. I will show you one other thing that we got done this week. Actually, I should say last week because it wasn't this week when we got it done. There's even a possibility at the end of this video I might be able to go up and get the other 2 elm trees that are up there. William is taking the day off today, so I don't have his help. But maybe if it stops raining this afternoon, I can go get that done. So what I want to show you here is a manure spreader. You saw in a recent video that I was taking it to an Amish friend of mine to get it fixed. He got it all fixed. I got it home. I tried it once. It works great. So I want to show you if we can see it. I should be showing you while it's outside, but I want to do it right now just because I can. And I'm just going to turn a flashlight on and hopefully that'll give us enough light that you can see what got done on it. Even, I'm going to talk about this. Even I want to show you this. This is a 1-horse mow machine that I got from a friend of ours from Massachusetts. Linda, right?
No, Kathy.
Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Sorry about the wrong name. So Kathy had a few things that we got from her. This is the 1-horse mow machine that I've been wanting to get fixed up for a long time. I was able to purchase, I believe it came from Farmers out of Ohio, and that's the name of the company. But I was able to purchase those shafts that are made for mowers. So I'm looking forward to getting that set up. And the same guy that fixed my manure spreader said he's willing to take my mow machine, and I'm going to take 2 of them over to his place to get that, to put them into working order. I just don't have the time, nor the desire, to tell you the truth, to do that. So we're going to take that over next week and get started working on them. Okay, so I'm hoping with this flashlight you'll be able to see good. So this is what got replaced. This whole ratchet gear, and this is what runs the apron. and it was just worn out so bad, not just this apparatus, but actually in the framework of the spreader. Instead of rolling it, it was just pushing it. So it was just kind of, I don't know if I can explain it, but the whole gear was sliding this way. So now we got all fixed. It's all brand new parts. This came from Lancaster Spreader, and Lancaster is the name of this spreader. I was very, very, very pleased with their service of getting this fixed and sending these parts over to get it fixed. And the price was quite reasonable too. So that worked out great. Okay, one last thing here. So this is something that William has been working on. He's made a picnic table here. And so we are probably going to be starting to sell some picnic tables. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what William has been doing.
Does it have a seat on the other side yet?
The seat's not on yet, of course.
No, the other one is
No.
on the other side?
No.
Okay. But it looks good. And there's some shutters. We're going to be putting some shutters up on the house.
Just to give you an idea, there's the seat.
Nice.
Okay, so I hope to get to doing that firewood and bringing that home this afternoon, and maybe I'll even show you a little bit of that, but we'll have to see on that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like these kinds of videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the like, I guess. That's what you got to do sometimes. And appreciate all you guys, and we'll try to keep putting out more of the type of stuff that you guys like to watch. Have a good day.